When you have #1 beside your name, you have a target on your back. And this top-ranked team in the land is going on the road against a squad that can make its season if it can pull off a major upset. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday? And we continue with this one. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Seminoles. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. Guys, he told me that his quarterback deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Not only has he taken care of the ball and done a great job through the passing attack, he is devastating in the rushing game. He's been unstoppable this season in the red zone, a true dual-threat quarterback. I'll keep you posted on how he continues to rise in that Heisman conversation. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Seminoles offense will be first on the attack. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. He's changing the play. To the air, it's Coleman. It's dropped after taking the hit.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He'll try to do it himself. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Quick give. It's Brooks. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Finds his target. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Out of bounds, right at the 20-yard line, edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12.
And they said to us in the meetings leading up to this football game, really wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, run the football. First drive, this is exactly what they're doing. They're getting what they want. This defense has to get better at the point of attack.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back has it. He's going for the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles!
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So Oklahoma's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And There he is, the explosive and dangerous Isaiah Sategna. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now on the move. Nice move to pick up yardage. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. And he will score. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Extra point here will tie the game.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Wide receiver going in motion. He'll take it himself. It'll be a gain of 6. That's up 2nd and 4.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Keeps it himself. He'll toss it. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And how about the timing on that pitch? The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. The Seminoles have this offense rolling. Looking for room. It's Brooks. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2. Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon.
Or if I can quote the great Reese Davis, that was very ungood. Not a productive first down play.
Complete to the right. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Seminoles go back to work after moving the chains through the air. They'll go back to the ground. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Kept it on the ground on first down. Now back to the line. Looking downfield, it's Coleman. Working the middle, it's complete. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. Fresh center downs going to the air. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. The Seminoles in the hurry-up. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Operating in the red zone here on second down. On the option. The pitch. Touchdown Seminoles! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
And he made the extra point without problem. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Stopped at the 17. Probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. Now on first down from the 28. Back to throw, it's Mateer. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
You know, one of the things I hated as a quarterback was the blitzes from the inside linebackers, because those guys end up in your hip.
Intercepted. Guess even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Long way to go on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. From the gun, wants to pass. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Second and long here. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Touchdown Seminoles! Along the sideline, got it in the end zone. He'll try to tack on one more. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that personal foul goes against the defense.
Number 47, set to kick this one.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Just about 30 seconds to go, and you want to score, but the last thing you need to do is give up a cheapie. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Under pressure, and down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, we are beginning to see a little separation in the standings. The Week 5 edition of our update show. We start with the Mississippi State Bulldogs taking on the number 6 team, the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's Mississippi State with one of the truly dazzling offensive displays we've witnessed this season. They had a scoring answer every time they needed one and win a fireworks-filled football game. And it brings them to a sparkling 4-0 on the year. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Bringing things back to your game, one more refresher on how the first half went down. This wideout is enjoying a stellar day. 2 of those catches in the first half were 2 of the better grabs I've seen all season. And, of course, his overall stat line is helping the only stat that really matters, the scoreboard. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. And the Seminoles will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Holly, what did you find out coming out of halftime?
Checking in with Coach Venables at the half, they have found a lot of positive momentum here during this winning streak, but it is in jeopardy right now. He said this is the moment we have to come out and assert ourselves and be dominant to start the third quarter. Gain some momentum here and change the course of this game. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Blasted as he lets it go. Had to force that one.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
On third down, he drops to throw. Got the back over the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Makes the grab. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Look out! Left side, it's Sategna. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on fourth down. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Still looking. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuffed, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Quick completion on the out. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a a chunk here on second down. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football, and you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. The Seminoles will send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. First one's on its way. The leg ought to be strong. Only called on twice in the victory last week. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Just missed on the connection. Incomplete.
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Turning it on. Quarterback slides, and he's got enough for the first down.
Well, we know the game of college football is always evolving and changing, and one of the biggest reasons why is the quarterback evolution. Dual-threat quarterbacks. You're seeing two great examples in this game so far. Both guys can hurt you throwing it. Both guys can hurt you running it. It's been the running attack from both of these guys. It's been the big story so far.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect their quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his 2nd catch of the game.
And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feel.
Runs through a man. He might have space. And he'll go down, but he delivered the business end of his stiff arm to that defender on the way.
And, man, I want to see more of that. Like, I want to see more of this offense being aggressive, taking shots on early downs. It doesn't have to be run, pass. Like, being a little bit more diverse. They've struggled today to find big plays. That's a big one there.
Caught in the backfield, it's Harris. Breaks out another sweet move and gets it down to the 40. And the Sooners in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. This was one of the primary storylines going into this one. How productive would these two wide receivers be? Both of them have scored touchdowns, and we have a quarter to go. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Keeping his eyes downfield. Got some room headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. The Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. And that just drives you crazy as an offense to get down there, get that 1st and goal, and you got to back up and make it a little harder. Sells the run, wants to pass. The quick game. Running through contact. Touchdown Sooners! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
Slips through the line. He's got it out. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
And the extra point is good.
Number 47, set to kick this one off.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 for the 1st down. Moves the pocket. It's Mateer. Quickly to the tight end. They use that sideline as a defender and get him out of bounds at the 36.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Hard running there. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Play action on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Harris. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. And the Sooners come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. There he goes. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The Sooners, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Picked off to stop the threat. Touchdown Seminoles. Took it all the way back to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Number 47, set to kick off.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. A very disappointing performance for the #1 team in the country. There'll be a new... And the quarterback goes down.
Play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated.
Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Caught. Open space at the 25. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again.
Hey, down in the 4th quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
And after that last completion, left them with just a yard or so to go for a first down. How will they attack on 2nd and short? Rush right in his face. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes to the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving.
The defense, obviously, at this point is trailing. They need to get the football back. They're expecting run. They know the offense is going to try and bleed the clock, so you've got to be good at the point of attack. They were right there. They gave up nothing on that run.
So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys... whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
What a great job on that kick, bouncing it out of bounds inside the 10. Oklahoma sends the offense out, ready to go on the attack. Let's see if this rally can continue. A touchdown followed by the stop, and now they've got the ball back. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Hauls it in. Flying out to the left. He's at the 50. At the 30. Past the 10. To the house. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Well, they came into this one as the favorite, obviously, and they looked like they were sleepwalking in that first half. Whatever adjustments they made in the second half, I think one thing's pretty simple. David, they remembered who they were. Offensively now, they've come out. They've been electrifying. They've been lighting up the scoreboard. Defensively, getting the football back. This was the team we thought we were going to see at the very start of the game.
Man, it's so hard week to week, man. So many challenges, injuries, all the things that come with it, and getting guys motivated, right? Like sometimes they just don't have that energy. Good to see them come out after the half with the energy, with the urgency. This is the squad we thought we were going to see.
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
Yeah, and not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter inside of...
Makes the grab in their space. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The Seminoles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fires immediately. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Seminoles. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. I'm sure they don't like the score, but they haven't done anything about it, so they're just going to have to eat it right now with the way they're getting smacked.
Just take it, right? I mean, you'd like to say, hey, take a knee, run the clock out. You don't have to run the score up, but I can do something about it, right? All my guys in there still have to fight until the final whistle.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Back to pass, it's Mateer. Unloads to the right. And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He scampers out of bounds right at the 19-yard line, and man, are they set up.
Such a hard position to be successful in when you know you need 2 scores and it's under 2 minutes. The defense, look at them. Great job playing pass, understanding the situation, breaking on the football, and ending this football game.
They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. This quarterback part of their running game. Got a little grass. He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now, first and goal. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Makes the grab. And that is how we will wrap this one up. That was hardly a performance worthy of a #1 team in the country, and now they have to look themselves in the mirror and see if they can get this thing right.
Yeah, they got hammered. Like, this was not competitive. This was a bad performance, and the committee watches every single week. And being the #1 team in the country, obviously you got some pressure on you, but this squad's got to perform better. They got to show up, man. This was an embarrassing loss, and Jesse, they're going to have to get some things fixed if they want to go try to compete for the ultimate prize.
I think the problem, if you're the head coach of this former #1 team, is that you've got a lot of problems to solve. What went wrong? Because they never even showed up. They didn't even look motivated in this game, and they got dominated in all 3 facets on the field. This isn't just a one-solution fix. There are a lot of question marks now. They're going to be revolving around this program, and a lot of doubters now from the outside. A lot of that energy is going to start seeping in.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.